need to reel in your DJ library? Do you have duplicates and genres all over the place and just absolute chaos among all your tracks? Have you used other library tools that maybe do the job pretty well, but they don't do the full thing? Well, what's up, babies? Let's take a look at another option out there that I think checks a lot of boxes. I haven't spent a ton of time with this, but just at first glance, I'm feeling really good about it and all its options and some of the tools that it has to back up just beyond library stuff. So let's take a look at their website just to get a dive into this. Lexicon is a robust music library management tool designed for DJs by DJs, built to manage your music with more precision, power, and flow than possible with other major platforms. And then, of course, they have a video to show everything, but that's exactly why we're here to do it. So working with Windows or Mac, we've got Rekordbox, Serato, Traktor, Virtual, and Engine. So syncing between all of those completely free, I feel like that's a cool thing. Just if you're trying to bounce around between different ones and see which one you really like better. And then, of course, what we're going to look at today are all these tools pretty quickly. But the number one thing I want to focus on real quick before we get into this, back up your music. I know there's people out there that have triplicate backups. You need at least one. In my first year of DJing, I lost my external hard drive, which was where all my music was. That was crushing at such an early stage in my career. Luckily, now I have my physical backup that I leave right here in my office, and I back up before every single wedding. But more importantly, Lexicon can help you back up everything as well. So let's jump back in to Lexicon and kind of take a peek at everything that it offers. I have my Serato up behind it, so we're not going to be able to like sync anything. Real quick, I'm starting at the bottom of our options for things we have here. So this is your, I think, just general overview, statistics of your library here. Let me, I want to, sorry, my face was a little big. I don't want to cover anything up. Distribution of music is crazy. Looks like I really crushed it in 2020. Also, a ton of music came out in 2020 as far as remixes, and I was downloading a lot more because I had nothing to do. So that makes sense. Duration distribution. This is so detailed. BPM distribution. I feel like that's expected. Have a quick peak in the 70s, right around the hundreds, and then 120, 125 plus up to 130 is all huge. This is going to be one of the things that I'm really trying to fix. I've used other music tools for your library. I've paid for them. And it's so funny how some things just still can slip through the cracks. So this none is something that we are really going to try to get rid of. And then artists with the most tracks, Drizzy. All right, cool. My most played artist is the Bee Gees. And DJ Demand, shouts to the homie. And then some newer artists. I've got some new stuff coming in, I guess just MGK. My last backup on this was 5 days ago, but I did just back it up physically in person today. Literally just about. Actually, we can check right here. Last backup 232, it's 242. So we're in good shape. Healthy tracks. This is saying 64%. So what does that mean? Has beat grid and BPM, has cue points, and has a key. All right, so we got a little cleaning up to do here based on those things. But first, let's go through everything. There is a mobile app. I don't have it yet. I'm not trying to jump ahead of things. I really want to continue to talk about Lexicon because I think it seems like a super powerful tool. This is something that I thought was insanely interesting. If you can't find your music, say a couple sends you a Spotify list and you can't find one of those songs somewhere, you can actually drag the list here and it'll show you where you can buy it. What? So there you go. It's skipping a whole nother step of you needing to find the music you don't already have. I think that's incredibly powerful. I know there's some other ones that do that too. Crate Hackers will help you find it based on the record pool that it's in. I'm not a member of a million record pools, so for me, it was kind of like, check this one, check that one, check this one. Bummer. Spending some money or asking the buddies for it. So as we keep moving up, what do we got here? Oh, right. Dude, this crazy. This is miraculous to me. It's such a great idea to put this in the same tool all in one place, right? Your top charts, dude. Look at this. Pop right now. That K-pop movie is going off. So Golden is at the top. We got Sabrina Carpenter just running the pop charts, obviously. Literally Sabrina Carpenter and Huntrix. This is what it sounds like. So good. I love that movie. Saja Boys. And Saja. Oh, Soda Pop. Song's booty. So there's your pop, like dance stuff, you know? Let's see here. No Broke Boys. Sure. And then I have no broke boys. I think these checks mean you have it. Show tracks I own. Look at that. I have no broke boys. I have slide. It's interesting. This feels funny. The days definitely got that. I think this is according to Apple Music. So you can even change your source. Wow. All right, let's check the Billboard. Hot 100. Damn. I got some work to do. Another popular tool is being able to make your list into a Spotify list, or make a Spotify list into a playlist. So actually, let me dig one up real quick. We'll go into Spotify Wedding Vibes. We will copy link, and let's go back now. Spotify playlist, find. I should have all these because it was last week. So these are the lines found in your text. Cool. And now we match. See how long this takes. Wow, that took 8 seconds. Cool. So it's matching them and then giving you a score. Not sure why my girl is there twice, but... Oh, it looks like it's just giving me all the options. Okay. Oh, that's the input. Got it. All right, so this is the song that came in, right? So September, Earth, Wind, and Fire, September, Earth, Wind, and Fire. That's, the thing is, my best September, Earth, Wind, and Fire, I literally put its best. But that just might be a metadata. Cool. Oh my, this is great. So you can just... I feel like this is a little bit quicker. I'm trying to see if anything messes up. Here we go. So we got an intro, and that still gave a 10 out of 10, which is nice. I always get a little worried that anything you have in parentheses or stuff like that is going to mess with what it actually is supposed to be. Or even like remastered, seeing clean edit on a track, right? I'm always just a little concerned. Look at all this coming in. See, so this is the one thing that doesn't match perfectly, but it's by Usher, so I'll probably be okay. How many times is low in here? There it is again. All right. Oh, wait. See, this I think is one of the biggest things that some other matching tools could do is just provide the instantly not found. Because all this stuff I went and got myself afterward. But either way, that just makes it super simple for me to go and like, oh, I know I have this one. Just dig through it real quick and find it. But I think this, let me see as we get a little bit lower. Want to dance with somebody? I feel like this tool is super hard to perfect because we all do so many different things with how we organize our libraries, how we organize our titles, so on and so forth. There it is. So you can see I want to dance with somebody best. So I just type dance with best when I'm looking for it. So I know that it's going to do that. Even instead of just dance with somebody, because I'm skipping a whole step there. I've got to be able to move fast. I don't know. I'm not going to give this a plus or minus over anything else, except that this not found tab I think is smooth. So let's keep going up. What are we on here? That was this one. Yep, that was the Spotify playlist thing. You can use CSVs, comma separated values, right? Paste a text file, and then just a straight Apple Music playlist thing here too. So you don't even have to convert. I spend so much time converting an Apple playlist into a Spotify playlist, and then just dropping the Spotify playlist into a separate tool, or just going from there. I've said it before, I'm a hands-on guy when it comes to this stuff because I just want to make sure. The other tools I've used, right? You throw the Spotify playlist in. All you want to do is just click that pick them for me, basically, button, right? But what happens? You end up with the punchy Super Mario version of the song that is dirty and you're at a wedding. So you don't want this goofy stuff. So I think just sometimes being able to put your hands on it might even make it faster. But I think I really got to play with this a little bit more to give you a true follow-up, but just going over all the options, I think that this is a fun start. I got to see where it goes, and I got to see how it works. So I will be trying that out in the near future. I just really wanted to dive into this while it's still pretty fresh. So we just got to see if the Spotify playlist thing really picks out the songs that you want in your library versus just picking all of them or just picking one that matches the title the best. So if there's a way to remember priority on certain songs, I think that'd be really cool. I didn't see anything right away, but I got to play with it first. So I love that my entire Serato is just here on the side the entire time too. So like if you are looking for songs, you can just be like, oh, well, you got in my sorted that I had it in this thing. And, there's so much here. I don't want to get ahead of it. We're going to keep going from the bottom up. But look at it. I'm so excited by that. So yeah, so Apple Music playlists. That's great. SoundCloud, YouTube, that's crazy. I've never gotten a SoundCloud or a YouTube playlist from a couple or any client for that matter. I could see how that would be helpful as we move forward and other platforms kind of start to take over. Let's check out this manage custom tags. I got to read this one. This page lets you manage your custom tags. You can completely customize your tags and categories. You can drag custom tags between categories, and you can drag the category panels to reorder the page. Double-click any tag to rename it and right-click to delete it. Hold Command or Shift to select more than one. To add custom tags to your track, simply press T in the track browser. What? Oh my God. I'm going to have to figure this out. Lexicon has the most advanced tagging capabilities out there. You can completely customize the tags and categories to suit your workflow. For example, techno or has vocals or anything you want. So I think I'd have to do some tagging. I'm not ready for this part yet. I got a lot more work to do before we get here, which is going to be right up here, where we have smart fixes. This, I think, is powerful, man. Super powerful. So, fixing casing, if anything is in all uppercase. Scan for tracks that are all uppercase or all lowercase. Let me check for this one. You know, like some songs are, you know, there's always those artists that like to do everything in full caps. But they, I feel like they always are PIMP, you know, like my tag right here. I put that as all caps just to make it easy. Yeah, so I guess, you know, this is so cool though. I feel like you could get to know your library better by using this than if you were scrolling through Serato. I feel like this is even more useful than that because you have your full Serato stuff right here. Anyway, let's go back to smart fixes real quick. Replace with space. So I guess you can pretty much pick any, so like an underscore. You can pick that and then you can go. It even gives you an example of what it would do. This is fantastic. So many things that just like think all over can be so helpful. Extract artists in case you like it and the artist is in the title just to make sure. I want to see how many of that there are. Let's just try it. Boom. ASAP Ferg. Like, then it gives you what it would look like. That's unbelievable. And undo is available. And I'm just going to do this one right now. Done. Done. Insert take my money. Like, I realize you'll probably only have to do this once, but as you continue to update music, you're going to have to keep it going. It's so smart. Let's see. Remove garbage. I like to keep some garbage tracks, but I'm really interested to see what this does. Found these tracks with unwanted characters that can be smart fixed. Sure. Wonder what the, starting with the dot. Done. I just cleaned that all up. Done. Don't even need to worry about it. Oh, wow. I am just so blown away by a lot of this. Oh man, remove URLs. This is a good one. Let's see. I love you, Direct Music Service. But man, do you guys all just dominate the comment section? That piss. Oh, what a goober I am. Crooklyn Clan. See, maybe I don't get rid of it. I don't know. I don't mind those. I don't ever look at the comment section. And you can always use like, oh wait, can you? I wonder if you can move stuff from like a composer. Maybe an interesting thing to do. Add mixed parentheses. Oh, I literally mentioned this before, right? Dude, how did you think of all that stuff? Doing it. This was 3,500 tracks, and it's taking me this much time to just click and do it. I didn't even get to finish my sentence. Blown away. What smart fix isn't great here, but which one would you be most excited for? Let me know in the comments, because this is so cool. This is one of the big ones that I'm just big on, I guess. I feel like this literally came from Drew Pierce. You know, he does the We Dance thing. You get a lot of Drew Pierce's edits, then you get the tags that he sends with them. Like, I'll take the free music for this little bit of work, but this could probably make it so much better. But this seems like a lot for right now. But let's select any genres you want to rename and choose the new genre in the bottom right. Oh my goodness. So like we could just type hip hop. We could just type hip. Like, look, I'm dumb and I put a big O and that made it like, oh man. Okay, hang on. We're not doing the 2000s specifically. We're going to do hip hop. Saying hip hop is starting to sound funny. Hip hop. And then what is the right spelling of Hip Hop Anonymous? You give him us the easy ones. Then we just do hip hop and we rename. Listen, I think you got to do everything by hand to really appreciate the tools that you get. That's why I'm kind of like a recovering traditionalist DJ. You got to use a hand screwdriver before you can really appreciate, you know, a drill. You got to use a shovel before you can appreciate a snowblower or something like, or an excavator, you know, whatever. What am I talking about here? I spent so much time organizing my library by hand because I thought I had to do it. Literally, here, I'll show you guys. Sorted all this. I did by hand. You can see some smart crates now, but I literally went through my full library and just built this entirely. Just because I wanted to do it. You know, I wanted to like to know my library a little bit better. But that just broke me. I spent so much time like pop copying and pasting same genre name. I wish I had started my YouTube channel earlier. I did just want to give a big shout out to Michael from Lexicon for actually reaching out to me to put this video together because I've been looking for something to help me with all of this. And this clearly is an insanely powerful tool of something that I've only really had kind of like half an issue with so far. Time can really tell where it goes from here, but yeah, it's crazy. This is going to be so insane. Like, we'll just type Nick Bike just because we saw all those, right? And then we just select all the ones that are just Nick Bike. Like, of course, they'll still pop up, but we're just going to make it straight up. Changed artist to 15 tracks. Okay. Back into that. And then, yeah, there he is. Now he's got 17 tracks instead of one with a 01 at the front of it. Which, really, we could have smart fixes and used remove number prefix. And that would have done the same thing. Actually, let's do this one right now. Look at all of them. Just goofy. How many? 284? I can't read on this screen. 284. Select all. Just get rid of them. Just in 2 seconds. Oh, I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. Of course, you want to sync. Have Serato open to do it. So the last time that I synced, I think, was that 5 days ago. Let's actually just, we'll just close Serato right now. And we'll do it real quick just to elapse the time. Or to discover the elapsed time. All right. Sync full. I guess I don't know if I want to do the whole thing. We'll do it just for science. Recording, we're at 32:30. Oh, this also goes very fast. Oh, man. This is crazy. That's about 30 seconds. But, you know, I like click and read and I read slow. So 45 seconds. Done. In under a minute. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let's see here. So this is just going through your library, but how cool is it that you get to see, like, this is what I mean, that it's, in my opinion, easier to read than Serato. You know, your cue points and where they're at. Just amazing to me. I'm really insanely impressed, and I want to know where this energy comes from really bad. But I just, too much time into this. So cool. I can't stop just clicking and like seeing stuff, you know? Like, you can literally just load it. That's what I was looking at. Can I just load this straight into? And then this is coming from the Billboard Top 100. You can just instantly drop it into help me find these. And then it'll show you where. What? You got iTunes. Of course. David Guetta already has a remix of it. Of course he does. Yeah, so you want to re-up? There you go. You got Beatport. There you go. You just search Google. Okay, this may take a while, but you got some stuff pretty much instantly, brother. Woo! Sick. Yeah, and then, of course, you know, find your next mixable track by right-clicking a track and... What? Track. Tools. Find... Let's do Wildest Dreams. You can... Wow. We don't need to match key, but let's... All right, we'll just go for it. All right, cool. So BPM's all there. What are we coming from? 90. Crazy, man. I don't know if I'd go into knife talk, but obviously we don't with all my metrics. That's all not set up. This is competitive. Ooh, baby. I don't like how spicy this makes me feel about this. You know, as you can see, I have crate hackers, you know, a bunch of tools that I use for all this stuff. I'm really. Let me get back to the big screen here. Like, what doesn't this do? I have clearly not spent enough time with this, you know. I wanted my first impression on stuff. I feel like that's a fun reaction to it all, as far as like what you get excited for and what do you think is really going to help you in your workflow, like when you're thinking about everything, you know. So I can totally see myself just like organizing basically everything within here. You know, the fact that you can make playlists and then sync it to Serato is wild. I spend so much time just sitting in Serato, you know, Command F, type the name out, drag. Like, now I can not only use the Spotify, list maker, right? Drag a Spotify list in, find all the stuff that matches up, just click and drag it from there. We could probably even do little check boxes and stuff and then just add them all to a playlist. And I think that I do truly believe that's going to speed up my workflow in a way that matches with my workflow without like completely making me, like, I don't know. It keeps it like right in the middle. It speeds it up, but it keeps my detail where I want it to be, if that makes any sense at all. So yeah, I'm very excited to continue playing with this, and I want to do another video on it. I've got some time before my little trial period here runs up with Lexicon, so I'm gonna definitely dive back into this and talk more on it. But this has been so impressive, and I guess the couple things that you can think about for other tools that they might do that this one might not. The being able to actually, hang on, I want to check something real quick, because this is the one thing that I have been looking at other tools not doing that has kind of just been bothering me. So we do the Spotify playlist thing, right? When we do that, we get the list of all the songs that's on there and all the matches. That's pretty normal for every tool, right? So we see the ones that we have, and then, there's some tools, they all show us the ones we don't have, but Lexicon specifically is pulling a totally separate tab for, there it is, that's it. A totally separate tab for the tracks that are not found, and then you can literally just click another button and hit save to Spotify. Done. I'm using this. I gotta authorize Spotify to actually do it, but I'm using this. Michael, you got me. Hook, line, and sinker, pal. Super well done. I'm gonna use this. Things are a little insane right now, but when I have like a one-off, then I'll probably sit down and use this. But yeah, I'm gonna plan to use this to truly do a full wedding, and it's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be so cool. I'm so excited for it. Thank you for checking out this video. Shouts to Michael from Lexicon for giving me the opportunity to sit down and go over this. Like I said, this is not the last video on it. We're gonna keep talking about this because I want to see, where I maybe like hit some speed bumps and places where I really start to excel in my style of wedding DJ crate planning, So thanks for checking out the video. If you can do me a favor, if you've learned anything from this video, if you can hit that like button, and I would really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. You have no idea how much it does help. But for now, I'm going to dip out of here. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Thank you, and we'll catch you next time.